Ronaldo doesn't just need to travel, he needs to control time, and that's exactly why he dropped over $65 million on this Gulfstream G650. While commercial jets are stuck down at 35,000 feet battling turbulence, this beast climbs to 51,000 feet, cruising away above the weather systems. But the real flex isn't the height, it's the air. See, in a normal plane, the cabin pressure makes your body feel like it's at 8,000 feet, which drains your energy. Ronaldo's jet keeps the pressure at just 3,000 feet. That means his blood oxygen stays maxed out, so he lands in Riyadh feeling like he never left the ground. It's not luxury, it's a medical recovery tool. Well, except for the custom silhouette painted on the side. And when you step off a $65 million time machine, you can't exactly throw a polyester gym bag over your shoulder. You need something that matches the altitude. That's why Ronaldo travels with this, the Louis Vuitton Malais Vestiaire. Calling this luggage is actually an insult. This is portable furniture, handcrafted in France. These trunks are lined with microfiber and built to hold suits, shoes, and watches without a single wrinkle. And here's the genius part. They are incredibly heavy and totally impractical for a normal person to carry. That's the point, walking around with these signals that you have an entire staff dedicated just to hauling your gear. It tells the world that Ronaldo lives in a universe where baggage fees and overhead bins simply don't exist. But sometimes the air isn't enough. When Ronaldo wants to disappear completely, he heads to the ocean. Now you'll see headlines saying he spent $35 million on a boat, but the reality is actually way more interesting. This is the Azimut Grande 27 Metri. What makes this thing crazy isn't just the price tag, it's the science. The entire upper structure is built from carbon fiber. By using the lightweight tech, the engineers lowered the boat's center of gravity. Why does that matter? Because it stops the boat from rolling in choppy water. Less rolling means no seasickness for the family. And look at the layout. Usually the best room is buried downstairs. Ronaldo's master suite is right here on the main deck, with floor-to-ceiling windows. He wakes up with the ocean literally at his feet. It's basically a private island that can outrun the paparazzi at 28 knots. When he's on this, he's untouchable. But eventually, even a floating fortress has a dock, and that's when Ronaldo goes to the only places more secure than his boat. See, he doesn't just buy houses, he builds recovery labs. Take his place in Madrid. It's nicknamed the bunker for a reason. Inside, he installed a cryotherapy chamber that blasts his body with liquid nitrogen at negative temperatures to fix his muscles. He's basically freezing himself to stay young. Walk down the hall and there's a trophy room that looks more like a national museum. Then he moved to Riyadh and leveled up to a palace protected by traditional mashrabiyah lattice work. So nobody can see in, but he can see out. But the craziest one? His pad in Madeira. It's a 7-story skyscraper overlooking the harbor. He literally bought a warehouse and turned it into a vertical mansion. His mom lives on the lower floors, and he takes the penthouse with a rooftop pool. It's a family compound designed for one thing: total regeneration. Ronaldo's garages are bigger than most people's houses, but tucked away in the corner is a car that scares even pro drivers. This is the Ferrari F12 TDF. He bought this for around $300,000, but today it's worth over $1 million. That's a better return than most stocks. But he didn't buy it for the money, he bought it for the noise. Unlike his other cars that use turbos to go fast, this V12 is naturally aspirated. It screams all the way to 8,900 RPM. And trust me, this thing is dangerous. It's known for being spiky, but hard to handle. Ferrari actually had to invent virtual short wheelbase technology, basically 4-wheel steering, just to keep it on the road. And notice the color, that's Rosso Mugello. It's a dark, mean maroon. He didn't want the bright red tourist Ferrari, he wanted the weapon. The Ferrari is for finesse, but when Ronaldo wants brute force, he grabs a different set of keys. This is the Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse. He bought this monster as a gift to himself right after winning the Euro 2016 championship. And it's not just a car, it's an engineering headache. See, if you just get in and drive, it's fast. But if you want to unlock the full 254 miles per hour, you have to stop the car and insert a second physical speed key into a slot on the floor. It lowers the chassis and closes the air flaps. It's literally a ritual just to drive it, and the maintenance? Forget about it. A set of tires costs $40,000. Why? Because the torque is so violent that the tires have to be glued to the rims just so they don't slip off when he steps on the gas. This is the muscle of the collection. Most people would stop at one Bugatti, maybe two. Ronaldo went ahead and bought the grandfather of them all. This is the Bugatti sent to Daisy. Now, the price tag on this is rumored to be over $9 million. That's not a car, that's the GDP of a small island. But you can't even buy one if you wanted to. Only 10 were ever made in the entire world. And of course, Ronaldo didn't just buy one off the lot, he pulled strings to secure chassis number 7. It's built as a tribute to the legendary Bugatti EB110 from the 90s. That's why it has that sharp, aggressive wedge shape instead of the smooth curves you see on the Chiron. Under the hood, it's packing a 16-cylinder engine with 1,600 horsepower. It hits 60 miles per hour in 2.4 seconds. That is physically painful acceleration. But look closely at the interior. He's got the CR7 logo embroidered right onto the headrests. See, this isn't something he drives to the grocery store. It's a kinetic sculpture. It's a piece of automotive history that just happens to move faster than a fighter jet on takeoff. When you drive a car with a 16-cylinder engine, you can't just slap on a normal watch. You need a wrist engine to match the horsepower. That's why Ronaldo partnered with Jacob & Co. to create pieces that are borderline ridiculous. Take a look at his Bugatti Chiron Tourbillon. It's not just inspired by the car, it literally has a miniature W16 engine inside the case. When he pushes a button, tiny pistons actually start pumping up and down. It's a machine, not a timepiece. And then there's the flight of CR7. Instead of normal gears, the internal pillars are sculpted to look exactly like him, jumping for a header. But the real flex is the diamonds. He specifically requests baguette-cut stones. Unlike round diamonds, these are rectangular, way harder to cut, and waste more material. It's the most expensive way to sparkle. He's wearing a house on his wrist, just to check the time. But the most dangerous thing Ronaldo owns isn't made of metal. It's made of fabric. You think he walks into a store and picks up a pair of jeans? No way! His legs are massive. 24-inch thighs with a 34-inch waist? Nothing off the rack fits a physique like that. Everything is custom tailored to the millimeter. Remember the Day of Reckoning boxing match? He showed up in this green Gucci coat, and the internet exploded. That $3,500 jacket sold out globally in minutes. That's the power of his brand armor. And he protects this stuff like it's gold. His closets are fully climate controlled, humidity and temperature regulated, just to make sure his exotic leathers and silks don't age. He uses fashion as psychological warfare. When he walks in dressed like that, he's already won before he even says a word. So here is the million-dollar question. How do you actually afford to drop $9 million on a car and maintain a private island? You don't do it with a salary. You do it with a partnership. This is the Nike lifetime deal. And get your numbers right. People say this is worth $100 million. Try adding a zero. We're talking about $1 billion handshake. Ronaldo is only the third athlete in history, right next to Michael Jordan and LeBron James, to sign a lifetime contract. That means the money never stops. Reports leaked that he gets a baseline of over 16 million euros every single year guaranteed. That's not including the royalties. And the bonuses? If he wins a Ballon d'Or, Nike cuts him a check for another $4 million. See, this contract is the secret weapon. It's the infinite engine that funds the jets, the yachts, and the recovery labs. It ensures the CR7 empire will keep printing money long after he hangs up his boots. This isn't just a sponsorship, it's financial immortality. Cristiano Ronaldo has built a life that is fast, expensive, and engineered to absolute perfection. And if you want to see inside more billion-dollar lifestyles, hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.